Today we have an Amazon Kindle HD that is the wife's. It works, it's here, everything's good. So I'm going to go ahead and power this down. We're here to replace the battery in it. The battery works, as you obviously see. It charges up and it gets down to about 80% and it just dies. So I figured I might as well get a battery. It's only, what I pay, about 10-12 bucks, something like that. So that ought to do it. Let me get this out of the case and I'll show you how to replace the battery. Okay, first step is to go ahead and power this down fully. So let me just get it on, and then I'll hold the power button. You want to shut down your power off, and we'll let that turn off. Now this battery that I got came with a very cheap set of tools here. They gave you a very small Phillips bit. I don't know if that's going to focus on it. And they gave you some sort of little Torx driver of some kind. They gave you what I like to call a guitar pick. There's 3 little corners here, obviously, that you can dig in and pry stuff with. And this is probably the tool that you're going to want to use. This has a very thin edge, and that's going to be able to pop the case open. So if you don't have a set of these tools already, look for a battery that comes with these tools, because it's only going to cost you an extra $1 or $2, and that way you'll have the tools you need, because there's no way with your bare hands that you're getting this thing open. Okay, I have never done this before, but we have to separate the case, and the way this is going to work is if you look at the edge here, okay, there's a little seam right in there, and you're going to want to put your tool in that seam, okay, and kind of get in there and then pry. So here we go. I think we'll start on this side, and we'll just get in there and pry. This is going to be a trying process. I have a fingernail under a piece I pried up already, and now I'm going to get in here and pry up a little more, and we're just going to keep trying and prying and just keep working at it. You can see I've already made a little bit of headway there. So now you can put this in and pry up a little more. The guitar pick is also a handy item that you can use to like stick in there to hold it open already, and then just pry some more. And keep working yourself around. It's going to take some time because it's a very tight seam here. So I'm going to work my way around this now. And there we are. There are a couple of pieces of Kapton tape that you're going to need to remove. You can use these little tools. The pieces of tape are here, going onto the circuit board, and over here. So we'll just kind of get under that. You want to preserve the tape. Peel that up, and you can just stick it right on your back case. Just like that. Also, of course, disconnect your battery right here. You just have to get your fingernails in there and wiggle the connector back and forth, and you will get it free, just like that. Now, if you'll notice on the new battery, there's a whole sheet of 3M adhesive. And that's how this is held down. The problem is that this is a lithium polymer battery pack, and these can explode. It's a lithium ion. These can explode. If you bend them the wrong way, if you jab something sharp into them, they're going to let out smoke, sparks, maybe even burst into flames. So you got to be careful, and this one's on you, folks. This edge here, where the connector is like a little circuit board, so you don't have to worry about bending that much, because obviously this battery is junk. But in here, we can go and get in, see if you could see just that little corner of the battery, and we're going to just pry using our little pry stick, and that and some brute force, and $1.250 should get you on the bus. Well, I'm going to keep working on this. I didn't realize, but the tool actually did cause a couple of dents here, but that's never going to make a difference once it's closed up. It should be just fine. So I'm going to continue on. You can see in here all the adhesive, and just got to keep working at it real slow. Now the battery's out. I'm going to put that in the sink just in case it wants to cause any problems. There is no reason that it needs that kind of adhesive. There is residual adhesive here that will stick 20 more batteries on here. This is one of the reasons I don't like these type devices, but everything's still intact. So we need to put in the replacement battery, which is right here. And as much as I hate to do it, I am going to have to peel this off and stick it down because if I don't, then typically this backing is going to peel. See how it peels real easy like that? So that's what the problem is. So now, just like the old one came out, you got like one shot at this, so do it right. And it's in. Just drop it in. Stick it down and plug it in. See how this just goes in like that? And then work it in till it's about like that. Now we're going to put our Kapton tape back. Something about like that. And now we're going to put the back on the unit. Now if you're unsure which way this goes, because you turned it around, it's actually pretty simple. A few ways you're going to tell. These are the speakers, and these are speaker grills. There's only one way it's going to possibly fit. You can't have it this way, and obviously that doesn't make any sense. So that's the way it goes. And how? Well, you just sort of put it back and start working to squish it back together once you have it perfectly lined up. And you can see how it's just barely starting to come back together. Work your way all the way around. And it seems to be, for the most part, dropping right into place. We'll keep working. And that's it. Nope, one more side. There he is. Perfect. Okay, now I don't know if this battery has any charge, but I'll hold the button. It says Kindle Fire. This screen is exceptionally reflective, so obviously this is hard for you to see. There we go. Now we're getting somewhere. I'm trying to hold this with the least amount of reflection possible. And there we are. Touchscreen is responsive. You can go through all the stuff that she has on her Kindle. And that's it. Everything works. So really the hardest part of this entire operation is getting the old battery out. And you do not want to use heat of any kind. Like I said, there's got to be a better way to do this, but this is really the only one I found. And this is extraordinarily dangerous. Do not throw this in your garbage. You have to bring this to a place like Home Depot or Lowe's, Menards, maybe has a repository for these type things that you can bring it to. And that's it. So that's how you replace the battery in your Amazon Kindle HD. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit like, make sure you hit subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.